all of you, and welcome to Breathe, Move, and Meditate to set our intention for 2023. So the word for intention in Sanskrit is sankalpa, and san can be translated as your highest truth and kalpa as sacred. So setting a sankalpa is honoring your deepest truth. So it's not like our New Year's resolution that we kind of abandon within weeks, because our New Year's resolution, that usually comes from our mind or our intellect. We think very hard about what it is that we intend to do. But a sankalpa is different. It comes from deep within us. And there's also a difference between having a desire and having a sankalpa. Like, you may really want something really badly, but wanting it just doesn't get you all that far. It's marrying that desire with really great focused intention and focused determination. That's what actually does it. So setting our intention or finding our sankalpa means finding that one resolve, that one goal that we want to focus on with laser focus. It just speaks to our overriding purpose. It speaks to like why we're here in the first place. And of course, that's what we really all want to know. So each one of us was born with a unique talent or charism. And in some cases, more than one talent or many talents. But the major clue in knowing what that is that when we are expressing our unique talent, we're really happy and you kind of just lose all track of time. So it could be anything. It could be planting or knitting, or it could be baking or fishing or organizing closets even, or taking care of children, literally anything at all. But the goal of all goals is that when you are able to blend this unique talent in service to others, when you do that, that's when your spirit really sings. So most important for today is figuring out, what is it that's holding you back from your deepest desire? And just letting go of that. It's like, is it a belief that you have? Like, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not capable enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not young enough. Or I just don't deserve this. These are the stories, but these are really illusions that we tell ourselves. But they take up a lot of space in our mind. And these illusions, these beliefs, they settle deep into the cells of the body. But we do have the power to free ourselves from these burdens, from these conscious or unconscious patterns. And we can just offer them up just a little bit at a time, just to make space for what it is that we really want. So clinging to these past ideas, we know that's not going to bring us peace. So if you are to awaken, if you are to fulfill your deepest desires, it's letting go is the way to go. And so the quote, of course, when we let go is when we grow. So in today's session, we're going to breathe, move, and meditate to let go of the burdens that are keeping us from our true intention. To let go of some of the physical, some of the emotional, some of the mental baggage, the beliefs we have, the opinions we have, the judgments, judging others, whatever it is that you've collected. And then we're going to reset and reground ourselves in our intention for 2023. Okay? So any questions so far? So what we're going to do for today's breath practice is to use the breath to focus and to just wash away any negative thoughts or actions. What we're going to be doing is we're going to inhale all the way up to the collarbones for a count of 6. And then we're going to exhale in 3 parts, just like a waterfall, just kind of washing away negativity. So we're going to be inhaling for the count of 6, going all the way up. Take a pause. We'll exhale to the heart center for 2, exhale to the navel for 2, and exhale to the pelvic floor for 2. Then we'll take a regular breath in between and kind of begin again. All right? So If, however, during this, anytime during this practice, if it kind of causes you anxiety rather than stillness, because that can happen, if you're not used to it, then just go back to following your breath. Just go back to watching your breath, just watching your inhales and watching your exhales. Okay? All right. So let's now then just find a comfortable seat and kind of wiggle around to find that comfort, and just placing your feet flat on the floor, and just look down and make sure that your ankles are below the knees and that your feet are parallel to each other. And just soften the toes just a little bit, and take a little lift to the pelvic floor so that you really lengthen through the spine. And then just softly close your eyes and just begin to just notice your breath. Don't try and change the breath. Just watching the pattern, watching the texture, watching the quality, noticing where the inhale goes, noticing where the exhales go, even noticing which one is longer. And then just lengthen the breath by taking a few breaths where you just feel yourself without a count, just inhaling to the collarbones and just exhaling all the way down to the root. Just taking a few breaths in that way with the eyes closed so that you can practice pratyahara, or withdrawing from your senses. Pratyahara is sense withdrawal. By closing our eyes, we can feel it from within. And now we'll begin. Inhale all the way up to your collarbones for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Exhale. 1, 2 to the chest. 1, 2 to the belly. 1, 2 to the pelvic floor. Take a regular breath. I'm going to just then inhaling again. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Exhale. 1, 2 to the chest. 1, 2 to the belly. 1, 2 to the pelvic floor. Take a regular breath. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Exhale. 1, 2 to the chest. 1, 2 to the belly. 1, 2 to the pelvic floor. Regular breath. And just doing a few more on your own. And if you find that you're short of breath, just breathe normally for a bit and then just try again. Just continue at your own pace with the staggered breath, just expelling any harmful thoughts, any ideas or practices that you may be holding. Just visualizing as a cascading waterfall, just washing these thoughts and these practices away. Let your breath return to normal. And then slowly, after the last breath, bring your palms to your heart center and bow the chin to the chest. Affirmation. I am evolving into a greater and greater expression of myself. I'm evolving into a greater and greater expression of myself. And then very slowly just lifting the chin and cracking the eyes open. And so we're going to start with our movement practice by doing some eye relaxation exercises. And so our whole nervous system is related to our eyes. So when our eyes are tense, our whole nervous system is tense. And so what we're going to do is to visualize a large clock in front of us, about arm's distance away. And this clock will have the numbers in bold from, of course, from 1 to 12. And we're going to start at the top of the clock by just lifting our eyeballs all the way up to see the 12 o'clock. And without moving the head, without moving the shoulders, we're going to be moving around the clock. Your eyeballs will be moving around the clock. So get your nice, steady seat. Get your clock in front of you and raise your eyeballs just to look at 12. Move to 1, move to 2, to 3, to 4, to 5, to 6, to 7, to 8, to 9, to 10, to 11, and back to 12. Pause for a moment. Breathe easily and deeply. And then we will go counterclockwise. Again, we'll start all the way at the top from the 12, but we'll move counterclockwise. So focus your eyes, lift to the extent that you can, all the way up to the 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Full breath in, and full breath out. And just very lightly, just cover your eyes with your palms, just allowing the eyes to gently close and just to relax the eyes. Soften the jaw. And slowly you can place the eyes down. And on an inhale, lift up. Exhale, just turning your head over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And turn your head to the left. Inhale, come back to center. And just drop the ear down to the right, stretching out. Inhale, come back to center. And drop the ear to the left. Inhale, come back to center. And once again, dropping the ear over to the right. And this time just holding for a moment, lifting the chin on the diagonal, getting a nice stretch behind the shoulder. And slowly dropping the chin and coming back to center. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, drop the ear to the left. Take a pause. Lift the chin on the diagonal. Nice stretch on that right side. And then slowly dropping the chin. and coming back to center. Lift the shoulders all the way up, back, and draw them back and around. And again, we'll do this several times. Inhale, lifting the shoulders up and back and all the way around. And again, inhale all the way up, stretching the shoulders up, moving them back and letting them float down. And now we'll go in the other direction, drawing them all the way back, all the way up, and coming down. And again, drawing them back, all the way up, and coming down. Last one, coming all the way back and up, and coming all the way down. Bringing the arms straight out, palms facing forward, and inhale and lifting the arms all the way up, clasping the hands. I'll just show you the clasp, and then turning the palms inside out if you can, and pressing the arms all the way up. So the biceps are by the ears to any extent that works for you. Keep the head nice and steady. Keep the breath easeful. Keep the shoulder blades just sliding down the back. And then slowly placing the backs of the palms right onto the top of the head and creating triangles with your arms. But you may be much lower, or you may be only doing this with one arm, depending upon the health of your shoulder. Always breathing easily and deeply, and maybe even sliding the hands behind the head, drawing the elbows back, lifting the heart center all the way up, lifting the chin, stretching through the front of the body, and really feel an opening in the heart center. So when our heart is open, our intention will come more easily. And then slowly lifting the arms up, palms out, and float the arms all the way down by your side. And just take a pause and breathe. Soften the face. And we'll just do it by changing the clasp one more time. So bringing the arms all the way out again, raising them all the way up, but this time just moving your pinky over one digit. And as you do that, you can then begin to turn the palms inside out, pressing them all the way up. So we're really stretching all the way up as much as we can. The belly is in and up to give you more of a stretch. Both sides of the waist, from the waist to the armpits, are equal. And then placing the backs of the palms right on the top of the head. And you may even find that it's a little bit easier this time to lift the chest. The shoulder blades are slightly squeezing together. And if it is available, just let the hands be a cradle for the head. As you lift the chin and stretch the whole front body, it feels as if you're doing a back bend here. But the sit bones are planted very, very firmly on the chair or whatever it is that you're sitting on. And then slowly raising the arms all the way up and floating them down by your side. Take a breath. And then come forward a little bit onto your chair so that your sit bones are just on the chair, but kind of about 3 inches back, and placing the hands right onto your knees, straightening the arms as much as works for your body. Everybody is a different proportion. And on the inhale, as you pull on the knees, you're going to do that back bend. You're going to arch, lift the sternum all the way up, lift the chin so that you feel like you're doing a back bend here. But then on the exhale, we're going to draw the belly to the back of the spine, round, 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 round. The chin goes to the chest. We lengthen the spine. The inhale brings us forward. These are our up cats and down cats, or cat-cow. Coming all the way up, lift the chin, shoulders back, the heart center is wide. And exhale, the belly goes to the back of the spine, dropping the chin, coming to the back of the sit bones. 2 more, just feel it from the inside out. The inhale leads you into this back bend, into the cat position. The exhale just leads you right in to this rounding position where we're lengthening and creating space in the spine. Last one. Inhale, arching, really arching, shoulders back, chin lifts. Exhale, rounding, coming to the back of the sit bones here. Coming back to a neutral position. And we'll begin our sun salutations. I'll just adjust the screen a little bit, move back. Bringing the arms out to the side so your feet are hip distance apart. Again, the ankles are below the knees. Bringing the arms all the way out. We'll do this on the breath. See if you can do each movement on the breath. Coming again to the front of the seat. Inhaling, drawing the arms all the way up. The gaze follows the hands, press the palms together. And as you exhale, turn the palms out, hinging at the hips, coming all the way forward and letting the head go at the very end. Bringing your hands onto your shins, lengthening the spine forward. And exhale again, once again, falling. Let the head go. Press down through the feet, bring the palms out. It's a reverse swan dive, coming all the way up. Taking a pause at the very tippy top and just draw the hands down the midline of the body, closing the eyes. Full breath in and full breath out. Once again. Inhaling the arms down around and all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. As we exhale, draw the palms out, hinging at the hips, moving into Uttanasana, letting the head go. Inhale, halfway lift as you lengthen the spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Press down through the feet, bring the palms out, coming all the way up, using your core. Press down through the feet, press the palms together, and draw the hands down the midline of the body, closing the eyes. Full breath in and full breath out. And again, last one. Inhaling the arms down around and all the way up. Make it count. Use the breath. Exhale. Long exhale. Swan diving all the way down. Let the head be heavy. Inhale. Halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, press down through the feet, turn the palms up, use your core to come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, and draw the hands down the midline of the body, Tadasana. Pausing here, just noticing how you feel. And then drawing the arms down again, palms face forward. We'll do a little bit of a twisting motion. Inhale, bringing the arms all the way up. And exhale, taking a twist over to the right. Inhale, bringing the arms all the way up. And taking a twist over to the left. Use your breath to bring the arms all the way up. And exhale, taking a twist again to the right. Inhale, bringing the arms all the way up. And taking a twist to the left. Inhale, bringing the arms all the way up. And this time as you take a twist, holding here, pressing through both sit bones equally and just twisting around the axis of the spine. So the movement comes from right above the navel, just holding here. Each exhale can take you a little bit deeper into the twist. Just exercising the digestive system. And then raising the right arm up and just crisscrossing the right arm over the left arm so that your elbows are locked inside each other. And then we're just going to come into a nice hug here, where you just feel the whole back body opening up. So the heart has two gates, the front gate and the back gate. The front gate is where we give, and the back gate is where we receive for ourselves. So to receive our intention, we want both gates open. And you can either stay there, or you can bring the backs of the palms together. And you can stay here, or you can even lift the elbows up. Just taking a pause, relax the jaw, separate the back teeth. And slowly release, bringing the arms into cactus arms or goalpost arms. And then slowly bringing them down. We'll do the same thing, but we'll be holding on the other side. So once again, bringing the arms forward and inhaling, bringing them all the way up. Do this on the inhale. And exhale, taking a twist over to the left. Back to center. And taking a twist over to the right. Come back to center all the way up. Taking a twist over to the left. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, twisting to the right. And this time bringing the right, left, the right, I think we're the other way, going over to the right, to the left side rather, sorry, and raising the left arm up. And now crisscrossing elbow to elbow. The right and left gets confusing when you're mirroring. And then slowly coming into a nice hug here. Close the eyes, just picturing that back gate of the heart. So your front gate is open, the back gate is opening, we're creating space. Just breathing. Try and breathe equally, evenly, and easily. And you can stay there, or you can bring the backs of the palms together, or the fronts, and either stay there or lifting all the way. Close the eyes, soften the inner cheeks. Feel the little tunnels of the ears even opening, just creating space in the whole body to set the intention. And then slowly undoing the arms, coming into cactus arms. And bringing them all the way. Once again, set your feet very solidly, because we'll be coming into Virabhadrasana 2 or Warrior 2. And so your feet are planted solidly down, making sure that the toes are soft, but all four corners of the feet are planted, and bringing the arms out to the side. And first have the palms facing down. Press through the sit bones. Lift up through the belly to lengthen both sides of the waist, but then plenty of space between the shoulders and the neck. So don't hike the shoulders up, but rather keep them away from the ears. And then turn the palms up and just notice what that does to the heart. It opens the collarbones, the heart center becomes a little bit more open, and keeping that openness. So you're just going to turn the palms down, but keeping that openness. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, gaze over that right middle finger. That's called a drishti. It's a soft gaze. And this helps focus your intention, helps focus resolve. So you want to find yourself looking as far in the distance as you can with intent to remain still, to remain strong, to remain steady. Take another 2 breaths here. Hold firm, don't lock through the elbows, just be strong. And then slowly bringing the hands down to the right, down to the thighs. Take a little rest. It's amazing how difficult it can be just to hold the arms straight. Just pausing here. Feel your breath from the inside out. And then once again, bringing the arms out to the side. Once you have it here, we'll turn the palms up again to feel that rotation. You feel the shoulder blades squeezing together ever so slightly when you turn the palms up. And then keeping that little bit of that squeeze in the shoulder blades, just turning the palms down. And then turning your head over to the left. The gaze past that middle finger as far as it can go. So the arms are strong, but the joints are not locked. You want the air to be able to flow through the joints, softening the joints, but keeping the muscles nice and strong. And taking 2 breaths here. Slowly bring your hands down to the thighs. Take a moment. Just kind of maybe wiggle around just a little bit to release any tension. And we'll just begin a little march. So raising your right leg up and place it down. Your left up and place it down. Right and left. Try to keep the torso steady. So from the hips to the shoulders is nice and steady. We're just moving the knee up. One more time, each side. Nice and slow. And this time, when you bring the right up, clasping the hands behind the thigh, roll the shoulders up and back and down so that you can really lift the heart center and press all the way out through the heel, pardon my feet. And inhale, bring the knee all the way up to the chest. And exhale, press out through your heel. Again, inhale, bringing the knee all the way up. And exhale, press out through the heel. Last one. Inhale the knee all the way up. Exhale, press out through the heel, holding here. And you can stay exactly here with your hands clasped behind the thigh. Or for some of you who are strong in the core and in the quads, you can raise the arms all the way up, not bringing the shoulders to the ears, but just keeping them nice and relaxed. And then slowly lifting the knee all the way up and placing it down. Easy breath. Other side. Lifting the left knee up, clasping the hands behind that thigh, pressing out through the heel. Inhale here, pressing all the way out. Exhale, knee all the way up to the chest. And again, inhale, press out through the heel, straightening the legs as much as you can. And exhale, knee to the chest. Again, inhale, straightening, and exhale. Anything is too much, just sit and breathe. Just focus on the breath, staying here. And you can just stay here with the hands clasped, or you can raise the arms up if that's available to you. It takes a lot of core, it takes strength in the quads, but keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And then slowly lifting the knee all the way up again and placing it down. Separate the feet just a little bit, come forward onto your chair. We're going to take a nice forward fold, inhaling here. And as you exhale, you're hinging right from the hips, coming all the way forward and just letting the head go. So once you're here, just nodding the head, yes. Shaking the head, no. And just letting the head be so heavy that it's like a low-hanging fruit that's ready to be released from the vine. Shake it a little bit more. You just feel the head heavy enough to traction out the spine. Let it go. You can flutter the lips. You can make an AH sound through the mouth, opening the mouth, just letting out residual tension. And then slowly coming all the way. Taking a pause, and we will be beginning our meditation practice. We're going to be starting with a Kriya. So a Kriya is a cleansing practice that releases blockages that may be holding you back. And following the Kriya practice, we just rest for a few minutes. And as you rest, just notice what comes up for you as your overriding thought or your overriding intention. So it might be very, very general, like I want to be more compassionate or more peaceful. I want to be more active or more loving or more confident. Or it could be a very specific goal or path. But try to keep their intention to one or no more than 2 words. So the breath that we're going to use to release the blockages is called Kapalabhati, and the translation being skull cleansing. And in the Kapalabhati breath, we're taking forced, short, sharp exhales. Now, if you are experiencing high blood pressure that's not controlled, just don't do this breath, but just do a regular breath, or else you'll be fine. If it's controlled, then it's fine. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to take a full breath in. I'll lead you through it. This is just an explanation. We're going to be taking a full breath in and a full breath out. And then we'll be inhaling, holding our hands right onto the belly. So just try it out just to see how it feels. And we'll be taking these short, sharp exhales that look like this. Watch my belly. It's like this from the side. Can you see? So we will be taking 9 short, sharp exhales. We'll then breathe all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Breathe halfway up. And we're going to hold the breath by lifting up through the pelvic floor, lifting up, lifting the belly in and up. Those are 2 locks, and dropping the chin. So you're locking all of the energy, all of the fire within the body. And you hold the breath for as long as you comfortably can. Don't strain. As soon as you feel like you're straining, then release the lock. Okay? Then I'll lead you, after that. So we're going to do that 2 times. So just closing the eyes for a moment, just to kind of get yourself settled, relax the body. If this is anything that makes you anxious, please do not do it. Then just breathe naturally and close the eyes. But inhale fully. Exhale completely. Inhale halfway, place the hands on the belly. 9 short, sharp exhales. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Inhale halfway. Pull up through the pelvic floor. Belly goes in and up. Drop the chin. Hold the breath. Feel the fire within the belly. The fire is rum, 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 rum. And when you can no longer hold comfortably, don't strain. Release the pelvic floor, release the belly, and let the chin float up. Take a moment to notice. We'll do that again. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Inhale halfway. 9 short, sharp exhales. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Inhale halfway up. Pull up through the pelvic floor. Pull up through the belly. Drop the chin. Hold the breath. You may be able to hold it a breath longer, but again, don't strain. Just hold for as long as you comfortably can. When you can no longer hold the breath, release the pelvic floor, release the belly, and let the chin just float up. And now, bring your thumb and index finger right at the center of the chest. Close the eyes and just feel the beating of the heart as Om Ma, Om Ma, Om Ma, Om Ma, Om Ma, Om Ma, Om Ma. Place your hand down and just see what 1 or 2 word intention comes up for you. And just rest and just verbalize your 1 or 2 word intention. And now I'm going to lead you through a process of locking that intention within the chakra system, just locking it within the very cells of your body. Just bring your attention to the base of the spine, which is called the Muladhara chakra. And just imagine, the eyes closed, imagine 4 lotus petals opening up right at the base of your spine. And within those 4 lotus petals, just write your intention there in your own handwriting. And we'll now use the seed mantra LUM to feel the vibration and allow that intention to settle in right into the Muladhara chakra. La, la, LUM, feel it right there. la, la, lum, la, la, lum, 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 lum. Just allow your intention to settle in right at the root. We'll then move now straight to the Manipura chakra, which is right behind the navel, where you visualize 10 lotus petals just opening up right behind the navel. And write your intention there in your own handwriting. We'll use the mantra Ram to seal in your intention right at the Manipura chakra, right behind the navel. Ra, ra, ram, ra, ra, ram, ra, ra, ram, 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 ram. And now we will move right to the heart center, right at the center of the chest, the Anahata chakra. And visualize 12 lotus petals right at the heart center, opening up. And write your intention there in your own handwriting. And we will use the mantra Yum to seal in your intention. Ya, ya, yum. Ya, ya, yum. Ya, ya, yum. Yum, yum, yum. We'll now move to the throat chakra, the Vishuddha chakra, where you imagine 16 lotus petals opening up. And write your intention there. We'll use the mantra Hum to seal in the 16 petals around the intention. Ha, ha, hum. Ha, ha, hum. Ha, ha, hum. Hum, hum, hum. And now bring your awareness to the Ajna chakra, the third eye, right in the midbrain, about a ½ inch up from the brow. And imagine at the Ajna chakra, 2 lotus petals. Just write your intention there in your own handwriting. And we'll use the mantra Ksham to seal in the intention within the lotus petals. Ksham, 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 Ksham. And now draw your awareness right to the top of the head. And first, place it in between the brain and the top of the skull. The Sahasrara chakra. And imagine 1,000 lotus petals. And just writing your intention within those 1,000 petals in your own handwriting. And now, as we use the mantra Om, we allow those 1,000 lotus petals to move through the top of the head with our intention, straight out to the universe from whence it can manifest. And to seal that in, we will use the mantra Om, 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 Om. Now turning the palms up, thumb and index finger to touch. We'll sit and rest in our intention in the Om for 3 minutes. Now, very slowly, bringing the palms very lightly together and just rubbing the fingertips over the palms. And then bringing the palms over the eyes, lifting the chin, and let all of the heat and radiance and magnetism from your hands just pour into the eyes and behind the eyes, into the cells of the brain, just lighting up the brain. And you can even bring your hands to the side to get a different part of the brain, different lobes, and draw it to the top of the brain as well. Pausing here. And then slowly bring the palms together and just draw them down the face. Bring them around the neck, palm over palm, and just kind of taking your time here. Taking a pause, and then slowly bringing the palms down to the sternum center, the place for healing. We'll say our healing mantra. Ram, 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 Ramaya Namaha. Ram, 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 Ramaya Namaha. Ram, 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 Ramaya Namaha. And draw the hands down to the heart center, slowly drawing them down to the solar plexus and drawing them down to the navel. And then slowly bringing the hands right onto the hips, pressing the thumbs right into the crease line between the thigh and the hip, just to draw all of the energy down. And then slowly rubbing from the thigh to the knee. Again, just releasing the meditative state so that we can go through life easily. And then slowly just circling the knees. And if you can, just rubbing the shins. And stamping the feet, drawing all of the energy down to the ground, just grounding ourselves. And bringing the palms together at the heart center, the thumbs lifting up the heart and lengthening the spine. And bowing the head all the way down to seal in the sacred practice. Slowly raising the head and bowing the head to the heart, to the only true teacher, to the teacher that lies within each and every one of us. Hari Om, Om Tat Sat. Namaste.